Hello, my friends. Sorry for the little blip there earlier. I didn't know if my video was starting or not, and it said starting video, and all of a sudden I had hit the button at the same time that it said that. So anyway, welcome. Thanks for joining me today on this beautiful Friday afternoon. We're in a bit of a better weather pattern right now until the heat comes back later on in the week. So I will enjoy the 80s. Today I'm going to show you, I'm going to be working with this paper right here, which is one of the sale papers, the sale that ends on the August 2nd. This is the Tidings of Christmas paper. These are the designs on one side, and then on this side is the reverse. So I thought I would work with this paper, and hi there, sis, and show you what I got. So we're going to do a little Christmas stamping today because Christmas in July is really a thing, and so that's what we're going to do. So I've picked this paper right here, and I've already cut it to 5 1/4 by 4, which is one layer down. So we have this on one side and this on the other. One layer down than the actual card stock. So if you look at here, nope, that's not the right size. Sorry about that. What did I do with the right size? There it is. So here's a regular standard card size. So you see it's one size down. And then we'll cut another layer inside. I've already cut one, which is 4 1/8. This would be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So this would make it one size down. So if we put this one here, for instance, we would have our 3 layers there. But we're going to need this one right here to mount our card base, this card on once we cut it. So we're going to make, I'm going to show you right here what the card is that we're going to make today. We're going to make this card right here, and it uses the designer paper, and we're using both sides. So I put on that you might want to see if you pick out a paper that has two sides that you like together, because sometimes you don't always get two sides that you like. So to cut this 4 by 5 1/4 size, we're going to go make diamond shapes. So we're going to put it in our cutter this way. And a helpful tip is to put your blade in the center of the paper to cut it. Make sure it doesn't slide here. Because if you don't, if you start at the end here or this end, it's going to kind of pick up your paper sometimes, especially when you've got a point on your paper. So then we're going to pick it up like this, and we're going to try to slide it right around to do the other corner. And if it moves, because sometimes it will, just put the two pieces back together the best that you can. And then again, we'll put our cutter in the center, hold it down here, and cut corner to corner. And that's how we get our 4 corners. Let me slide it off here, just like that. Now, to kind of mix it up a little bit, you can either turn your paper this way, so you have, move this out of the way, you see the back, so you could have this design like this, or you could flip this one. Oops, I should just flip these back around and have this design right here. Now, depending on how you cut it, if you cut paper that has a definite up and down to it, this doesn't, because it's just kind of a random pattern, then you have to be careful when you're cutting it in the cutter as well. And then you could also do it, you make your card go this way as well. And I think I might try that one to make it different than the other one. And I think I like the contrast of this better, like I did on the other card. So we're going to use this as our base. And as I said, this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we're just going to glue our design on like this. And so I'm just going to use regular glue. Oops, this one isn't even opened. Look at that, I grabbed the brand new one. Then we know I won't run out anyway. So then I'm just gonna glue this. Actually, the tip is not as clumpy as my other tip, so this will be nice. So then we're just gonna kind of line it along the side here, kind of make sure it's even. Give ourselves a little bit of a border, so we'll end up with like 1/8 probably of a border, and we'll melt that down. I think that's fairly good. And we'll put the other one here. Match this up along the side. Again, give ourselves a little bit of a border. I had this before on another one. I kind of want it to be a little more even. There we go. We're going to cover up the center with our words. So if things don't quite match in the center, that's kind of okay. And we'll just kind of move this one down. Just like that. And then our last one on. And we'll have our perfect triangles. Just like that. And now all we have to do is decorate. So to decorate, because it's kind of a Christmassy catalog or card, I looked in the catalog for current Christmas sets versus looking at the new catalog that starts on the 3rd. And I pulled out the Perfectly Plaid, and I thought, well, this kind of goes with the Christmas trees. So we'll just put a little Christmas tree on there. So I'll take my scrap paper here, and we'll take my Christmas tree, and we'll grab some, I like, again, the darker evening evergreen. I really am falling in love with this color. In fact, I have to order more paper for it because I'm using it so much. So that'll be our evergreen. And then we might as well, while we're stamping here, I can do my Merry Christmas. And we'll do that in cherry cobbler because the cherry cobbler is what matches the red in this paper. And we're going to let that one dry because the red is very, very wet. So it may take a little bit. So I'm not even going to cut out the Merry Christmas yet. We're going to start with the Christmas tree. And I'm doing this before I'm going to put the base on it, before I stamp the base, just so I get it even. And look at that. Oh, silly me. I didn't go over far enough on the paper. Oh, well, so we have another side of the paper. So let's stamp another tree. And our Merry Christmas is that way, so we're going to want our tree to go this way. Goodness gracious. So we'll take our tree here and line it up inside there. That looks fairly straight. We'll save our Merry for a little minute. Then I've got soft suede, which I think is a great tree base. So we'll take our little base and put it on here. Make it somewhat centered. So that'll be our tree that we put on here. Let's see. No, it's still, actually it's already starting to run. It's way too wet. Let's just see if we can get some of the extra ink off of it. And I'm going to use another punch. I'm going to use this punch right here. My goodness, look at the glare. And we'll punch this one out, although I think I'm going to have to trim this down a little bit. It's not straight. And then we'll put this in here like this. Not happy that it's running there, but we'll fix that. There's our Mary. Scraps out of here. So we'll have the Mary over here. And let's see, I don't think I'll need this anymore. I did use, I cut out, oh no, and I've lost them already. Goodness gracious. I cut out some little pine cones that are in the set as well, but they seem to have disappeared already, so we'll go without them to this time. And I'm also going to use some of the evergreen ribbon just to give us a little bit of a, in fact, I think if you look at the other card, I wrapped it right around the card, but I'm just going to do a bow, a quick bow on this one. So I'll just do a little bow here instead of wrapping it around the card. Because I never like to make two cards the same. How boring would that be? And then I'm gonna pop it up a little bit. And it looks like it's kind of not centered, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do about fixing that issue. So we've got this one here. Some people use their take a pick tool to get the things off, but I don't usually seem to have problems with it, so I'm just gonna center that on there like that. And we'll put our tree over here, and we'll pop that up. Don't like my little ugly mistake on the back there, but it is what it is. We'll get some dimensionals on there. We'll put this down here like this. We'll put our bow. No, I think we're going to maybe we'll put the bow up here. Oh, I should put the tree on the other side. Look at that. See how I like to change my mind? I think we'll do what we originally did. So I'll get some glue dots here. I usually like to put 2 glue dots on it too, just to, one doesn't stick, maybe the other one will. We've got a cute little bow there. Now, in the new catalog, I know this was all stuff that's in the current catalog, but I thought I would show you, here's the matte decorative dots. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to put a couple of dots on here. We've got some evening evergreen, you know, so we'll put that up here. Maybe we'll take some of the smaller ones. And I think a really tiny one we can put down here. Well, maybe that one isn't quite where I want it. So let's pick it up quick and put it up here. And then we just have to put it on our card base. And so I'm going to use the soft succulent that goes perfectly with the evening evergreen. There's my bone folder here. And then we'll put that on there, and we have a nice, easy Christmas card. And I'll put it in my stash, so some lucky person might get this card for Christmas this year. And this will be my start of Christmas cards. And there you have it. Cute little Christmas card using the Tidings for Christmas designer series paper and the new matte decorative dots that are in the new catalog. Let me show you some of the other designs that I played around with. I have, oh, and of course I put them all in plastic, so there'll be a glare. I used the Beauty of the Earth designer series paper for this one and used the one that had the blues, the Misty Moonlight in it, and the Forever Fern stamp set. And I used, here's another one with Beauty of the Earth with just the tree, and then I cut the back of the tree out with the paper. Not the back, no, not the back, but the top layer of the Beauty of the Earth, which I think next time I do it, I think I would pop that up a little bit, give it a little more dimension. So that one I have. Then I've got one I used the hand-penned designer series paper. And so this is on one side and this paper's on the other. It's a hand-penned. Here's another one using the Tidings of Christmas, and I used a different designer series paper than this one, which is cute as well. And then I did this one using the What's Cooking stamp set. Now you'll notice it's not down because I can't decide if I want to use it like this or use it with just the white. Kind of like it with the words, but I wanted to show the versatility, so if you didn't want to use these two pieces, you could do them on a separate card and you'd have to make two cards out of it. But with this paper, as you can see, this is words, so they have to read this way, so that's why this card is going in this direction, because the paper was cut that way. But if I had flipped over the other side of the paper on this side, like this one, then it would be fine to have the words going this side. So I hope we understand that, the explanation. So that's what I had for you today. So take out some of your designer series paper and cut it up. Try a little bit with this design. Let's show the one I did. So that was this direction and then this direction. Two different cards for it. Thanks for joining me. Take care.